Hey guys, just come in from the field. Well, I came in. Hey, Travis and Luke's still shelling corn, but they'll have the truck full in a little bit. But hey, I'm going to put on some more videos from the school of Travis teaching a couple of things we did out here at the farm. I'm kind of sorry I didn't take more video than I did, but you'll get the idea. So, and we're still harvesting.
Different places. We have one pretty big place that's cut up with barbed wire. Doesn't work that good. It's just still have to have electric wire in front of it. There's another pasture we have that the whole ranch is fenced with right here, and then just a regular nut on that side. What you do is you put your extension cord reel over that ball thread. You have this little piece of flat steel that we bent the corners up in to kind of give it teeth. You have that piece of flat steel on the inside. Put your extension cord reel there. You have another piece of flat steel that you put over the other one and you twist a nut down onto it. Then we take our cordless drill and we put it on that side. And you can wind up a quarter mile of poly wire in probably 90 seconds. Doing it by hand with a geared reel, I don't know how long it takes, but I know that my arm hurts when I'm done. And my arm doesn't hurt when I'm done with it. So it's a win-win. All this stuff we found that we used to build this, we found in Greg's junk pile and my junk pile, and everybody got a junk pile, or knows somebody that does. This one right here is the very last thing I have from when I used to put up my own hay. And this is probably making us more money than all my hay equipment ever made.
I got a question. I have a big sprayer tank that I use too, but if you leave it out all summer, it gets really dirty and I don't really fit in there, to be honest with you.
Yeah.
But is there something you could put in the water to keep your tanks clean?
This for. I just keep this in the front, and I'll keep a pair of gloves, extra handles, screwdriver, crescent wrench, whatever. So that screwdriver is just a Phillips head. You just use that, take that off, and obviously once you roll your wires out, you'll have to put that handle back on to come through and around to keep it tight. I can put two rollers on here and show you guys how it works. If you want, I can put them on here. You guys just tell me what you want. Yeah, the wood, that's very
Hey guys, this is Dan, and tell us where you're from, Dan.
I'm from just north of Toronto, Canada, a small town called Coldwater, and it's about an hour from downtown Toronto.
Yeah, from Canada. Come down to our school, man. I'm blown away by it. Now you were there for Dale Strickler's school Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, and now you're at the Goat and Sheep Management School Thursday, Friday. So, what'd you get out of Dale's 3 days that maybe you didn't know?
Well,
or
I didn't know there was that much to know about the grasses and everything that that we're walking on every day. So it was really cool to see to learn what all the grasses and the weeds and all these things that you didn't know anything about what they do.
Yeah.
That was a surprise for me. And the biggest thing I think here for the goat side of things is we've had a great turnout for the sheep and goat, but just meeting different people and their experiences, and I think that's probably one of the biggest things is the stuff you didn't know, because I do read a lot and listen to podcasts and YouTube, but having that hands-on classroom stuff where if you're reading a book, there's going to be a lot of stuff you're going to skim over that's kind of over your head, but if you're in the classroom, you can ask the questions and kind of work through some of that stuff. And still a lot of it's over my head, but you know, as Dale said, we want to make sure we got the value out of this. And you know, if you're leaving here with your head, swollen, that's probably a good thing. And I took a lot of notes, and yeah, first 3 days were great for that. And this day one here, the sheep and goat's been phenomenal. And look around where we are; this is God's land, and it's sure a great feeling to be here with everybody.
Yeah. So now you have some goats right now in Canada.
Yeah.
It's kind of odd. I mean, to even think about raising goats in Canada to me is like, ugh, I don't know.
It's
sounds cold.
I read your book a few years ago, and I had a hobby herd to start with, and then I read your book, and I started looking at different alternate ways. Maybe a little more commercial, and not a lot of people are doing it up my way, but there are some, and they're having success. So saying success leaves clues. So it's kind of follow that road and find the people that are doing it well, and that's why I'm here, to find out people that are doing it well. And there's people from all over that very the community is very welcoming and sharing experiences. And there's some people here with 1,200 goats that bought their herd from someone with 3,000 goats, and to hear about I'm just starting out with our herd of Kikos up there, but everyone's got something to add. Even the person with 1,200 can help the person with 50 or 60, so and vice versa. You pick up different things. So
Yeah. So now today we talked about the fencing and things like that. Was that a benefit?
Oh yeah,
to you?
huge. I mean, to be able to see hands-on like what you're doing, and how you're making it work with this kind of numbers and this scenario, and the fencing and the handling we'll get to tomorrow, I guess. That'll be all stuff that really helps to see hands-on, because there's different tricks with fencing that you're doing that other people haven't seen. And I like just the openness of it. Even with Dale's course, it was just like, well, what else are we doing that maybe we're missing here? Somebody fixes something at home and everyone's taking pictures of it because it's something that they may be able to borrow or steal in their operation.
Well, a lot of people have left now, but you can see this is really a big part of learning. You got people just talking about their operations or asking somebody else, what do you do about this or that? And and then how many months a year can you actually graze in where you're at in Canada?
The general is like end of May, you can start putting them out.
Okay.
And then late fall. I mean, most guys are if they have their cattle out, or bigger operations are kind of bringing them in. I think like end of October, kind of November is kind of a cutoff. So we're feeding hay quite a bit. Yeah. 6 to 7 months of the year is at time. So there's I think there's got to be a better way, but and that's why I like talking to these other people. Like there's a lady here from West Virginia, and she said she's got 1,000 cows, and she's going to be, I think I'm trying to be getting some goats off you guys, and she gave them 10 bales all winter. And it's like, West Virginia is only 8 hours from me, so it's not, maybe a little more, but it's not that bad. But you just hear these different people and what they're doing, and it just kind of opens your brain a bit to what might be possible and different ways of doing things.
Well, so now you say when you put them out, do you feed them hay in a dry lot, or do you in a pasture somewhere, and then you take them out to where you got grass later?
I've got a few mentors that I've been trying to find out what they're doing and model that a little bit, but bale grazing's been in the past. I mean, I'm only 2 years into this, but bale grazing seems to be effective. Putting it out. A lot of people tell you not to do it, but I can tell you at least from my experience, the grass is a lot better where we put out these bales. So you're putting out the bales farther and farther and farther, and depositing the nutrients and spreading out that ground bit of ground cover there. And that's just what we're doing, giving the bales when they need it and spreading them out, and just keeping them off until the forage is ready to handle them.
Yeah. I don't know. It still seems so foreign to raise goats
that long.
in Canada, but like you said, you're only 8 hours.
It's not that far, and they do pretty well in the winter. I think that's a bit maybe breed specific too, but the ones we have they're fine in the winter. There's no issues. We got lean-tos. I mean, most people, there's people doing where we got ours from, Alberta, which is kind of western part of Canada, and then eastern a little more. We got our other ones, Quebec, and they're just in lean-tos. Like they're not in the barn. I know a lot of people do barn their goats, but I wanted to have something a little bit more, less maintenance and a little bit maybe a hardy breed that I didn't have to be as baby them as much. So they're just in lean-tos, and they put on a winter coat and the rumen starts working pretty good, and they seem to be fine out there in pretty cold weather.
Yeah, just adapted, I guess.
Yeah, exactly. So that's my goal, is to have a pretty low maintenance, a strong breed that can handle our winters. And, same thing everybody wants, right? Low parasite, load and all that stuff. But that's why I'm here, to learn more. And again, read your books, watch the YouTube stuff, and it's all really helpful. So really appreciate it.
Yeah. Well, hey, thanks, Dan. I appreciate you. Hey, let me do this little video. And I don't want to keep you because there's still a lot going on. There's some people that have left. I don't know exactly how many we had. 40 or 45.
It was about 5 to a table, and I counted. I don't know. There was some chairs on the wall too, so we were running out of seating room in there.
A couple straight tables too there on that
really
side.
good turnout. Really, I walked in that room. That room was packed this morning.
I know.
Great
And
energy.
I was truly surprised. Yeah. No, it's a good feeling though. Yeah. So I appreciate it again, Dan.
Thank you.
And we'll see what goes on tomorrow.
All right. Sounds good.